Gone Shalom Akim. Salakia, someone was at the door, so I had to, you know, basically stop the video. But I'm going to continue with this, with part two. So I was left at the last paragraphs, and it says technology the company uses is called RFID, radio frequency identification, which uses electromagnetic fields to identify electronically stored information. The chips also use near field communication (NFC), the same type of technology that is used in most contactless credit cards and mobile payments. That's what I was talking about, when they were talking about the public transit, which, over here in the Netherlands, we have the RET, or, different kind of transport companies. But we use a card, and in that is a chip. But also, of course, you have the payment card that you have, the Visa, or similar cards. But those cards do have a chip, you know, which is similar to that RFID identification. As Westby said at the time that these microchips have already become very popular in many European countries, that the companies intended to be ahead of the curve in bringing it to the US. Now they could become pandemic passports. You see, so all these things that are going on right now, is all leading down to the chip. I already spoke about how, the paper one and the one on the phone with the QR code, it's all going to be done away with because, those that are in power, see and realize like it's not going to work. Eventually, of course, their whole plan was to insert the chip because it's bound to prophecy, you know. But in order for people to get used to it, it needs to be introduced slowly but surely. This is Revelation 13 and verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in the right hand or in the forehead. And that he is referring to the EU and the NATO. They're the ones that, through means of regulations, is going to make sure that the people upon this earth, are going to receive this mark, you know, which that mark is going into the word karakma. But before I want to go into that, I want to show you something concerning the word causes, because that is the word poeo in the Greek, which that word concerning the Alma biblical usage goes into make ready to prepare. So this society is being prepared to receive the chip, which that chip, like I said, is going into the karagma. So the Alma biblical usage concerning that is a stamp and imprint of mark, which that is the chip, RFID chip. This is what it's going into, you know. That's that karagma, that chip. It says the mark brand upon horses, things scarf, scripture, graven work. It says it's scratch or etching. The means by which this is going to be implemented is through the syringe, which is going to make an edging or cutting in the skin. Then it's going to be inserted under your skin, whether it's in your right hand, whether it's in your forehead, by means of the what Elon Musk has with his Neuralink chip technology, whether it's your left hand, your right foot. Says, for example, a stamp as a badge of servitude. So if you take that chip, you bow down to Edom, the so-called white men upon the earth, you bow down to their system, which that is what they want you to worship, and if you don't, you're gonna be killed. It's Revelation 13 verse 15. He has power to give life into the image of the beast. The image of the beast will speak, because that as many as do not worship the image of the beast will be killed. The image of the beast is referring to the ways, how this society is set up, you know, with their sodomy, with their allowing, adultery to be committed without with the changing of sex, But one of those things is also by accepting, the mark of the beast as part of their image, to be still to still be able to partake in this society. Eventually, those that don't comply to how this society is being set up, step by step, those people are going to be, exterminated. So the root word of the word karakma is the word karaks, which then you go a little bit deeper into the meaning of the words, and it says from karasu to sharpen to a point akin to stretching, and it says kitil or stake or palisade, or rampart. Doesn't this look like a palisade? Like a stick, a stake. You know, the information is out there. And the other apostle GMS and down have been talking about it for many years, and the people are not able to see it right now. They're blinded, by the Heavenly Father for not seeing it. It says sharpened to a point akin to the idea of stretching a stake, for example, inclination, a palisade or rampart. Let me see what a stake. A wooden stake. Let's see. A wooden stake. Doesn't that resemble this? The syringe. Let's go even deeper into the word karats, which is the word grapho. And other biblical uses concerning that is to write with reference to the form of the letters, delineate or form letters on a tablet, parchment, paper, or other material. So this is concerning information that's being able to be stored on that microchip. What does it say? It says eventually this technology will become standardized, allowing you to use this as your passport, your identification information, who you are, what's your name, where you live, public transit. You're linked up, with the amount of money on your card, all purchasing opportunities when you buy or sell. Just to throw writing, to drop and writing, compose. So the information is out there. Revelation chapter 13 and verse 16, he caused all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in the right hand or in the forehead. This society is being prepared, being groomed, for the people upon this earth to eventually receive the RFID mark. Verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark with the name of the beast, with the number of his name. So you won't be able to participate in this society, buying and selling, going to the grocery shop, and showing you uh, your inoculation status, you know, etc., etc. If you don't have that chip, because how much more convenient is it, if they're able to, really scan you, scan the palm of your hand? How convenient is it for them? And then people might say, okay, so hey, you know, I might fake the funk, and what people do right now is they get the forged certificates. But the point is it's all getting down to this chip. You know, society is being prepared to receive this chip. They're also using this pandemic to push it. You know, by giving you the opportunity to, hey, right now we have paper. Hey, the paper don't work. Let's get it digital. Hey, but the digital ain't work neither. What's the ultimate plan? To chip the people. That's what they want. Because once you get yourself chipped, that's you bound down to Esau, Edom, the so-called white men upon the earth. That you show your allegiance towards them, that you're down with them. And if you're an Israelite, so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, or those who are scattered among the heathen nations, you're not supposed to bow down to the image of the beast, man. We're supposed to bow down and worship Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, trust in Him, during these previous times that are about to come upon this earth. Even though we're gonna lose our houses, we're gonna be without food. We still need to have the faith and trust that the Most High is gonna, take care of us no matter what. Because that's what we're gonna be put in those tests for, man. Prior of our faith being more precious than fine gold. That Yahawashi we also may be able to receive those things that are laid up for us in the next kingdom, and that we're not trying to cling down and hold on to this, freaking kingdom that we're living in. Is run by wicked people. Everything is upside down. You know, the wicked with their filthy conversations. Farting, burping, and everything. Those times need to be over, man. And our people need to get right in their mind and stop listening to the lies that are being told, on the news and by these so-called scientists. You know, our people should listen to the servants of the prophets, starting off with the elder apostles, GMS on down. Verse 18, here's wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 600, 3 square and 6. So if you go to the word 666, 600, 3 square and 6, it says that it's, the meaning of which is the base of much vain speculation. But through the spirit and power of Bahasham Yahawashi, we understand that this also, is in is related to the RFID microchip technology, because um, if you go to a barcode, and the numbers that are supposed to be here is 666, you know those are the numbers that are supposed to be there. So all the information, Revelation 13 verse 16, verse 18, is all related to each other, and it's all together giving you the complete information concerning what the mark of the beast actually is. I went to the root word stigma from the word chai-sai stigma, which that means stizo, to stick, for example, to prick. It says a mark pricked in or branded upon the body, which we understand that is referring, to the RFID mark, that mark. Ancient Oriental usage, slaves and soldiers bore the name or the stamp of their master or commander, branded or pricked, cut. The cutting is made in the skin, with that syringe, into their bodies to indicate what master or general they belong to. And there were even some devotees who stamped themselves in this way with a token of their gods. So yeah, what we're seeing happening in Sweden is that people are willing to do it themselves without being forced by the EU and the NATO and the governments and the rules and regulations and the policies that are being set up during this pandemic. They're doing it willingly. But it also points out that if you take it, if you are being pricked by it, or if you accept it willingly, you are bowing down your allegiance to your masa, which in this case is Isa Edom instead of Yahawashi Yahawashi. But for those that are taking it, they have a big, warm welcome surprise coming for them. This is Revelation chapter 14 and verse 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, if you're down with the ways of this society, how it's being set up, and if you receive the chip, whether it's in your forehead or your hands or somewhere else, it says the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High. So the Most High is going to put forth his anger, man, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. He shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels, in the presence of the Lamb. So you're going to eat a thermonuclear missile. And like it also says in Ezekiel 3 and 17, it says, Son of man, I've made thee a watchman into the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word of my mouth and give them warning from me. So what we are doing, as watchmen, is to serve the prophets. They're being set up through the spirit of Bahasham Yoshai, starting off with the apostles GMS on down. You know, we're watching what's happening upon the earth in relationship to the scriptures. We're also giving our people warning from the things that are coming upon this earth. We're warning our people that the RFID microchip is a microchip beast. We're warning the people that if you're gonna take it, you're gonna be destroyed with thermonuclear missiles. You see? Verse 18, when I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way to save his life, the same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thine hand. So if we have all the information concerning the scriptures, we know what's going on. But we're not warning our people. We're not bringing out this information. But that man dies, even though you knew it. You didn't warn him. That man's gonna die, but his blood's gonna be upon our hand. Verse 19. Yet if thou warn the wicked, and he turn not from his wickedness, nor from his wicked way, he shall die in his sin. So like he shall die in his iniquity, but thou hast delivered thy soul. So if we do warn those people with the things that we know, but he decides not to turn away, turn around. That man's gonna die. But we have washed our hands, man. We're clear from his death. You see. So yeah, man. Um, this information was brought out. When was it? 2 days ago. Um, we see that more and more information is coming out concerning these microchips. More and more prophecies are unfolding. Earthquakes, famines, pestilences. That really shows you that we're in the last days. That it shows you that we are heading into the time of Jacob's trouble. Right now, we're experiencing sorrows on the left hand and on the right hand, which are getting worse and worse. But hey, we should not trust in the strength of Egypt because that's going to be our shame. We should look to Yahawashi, Yahawashi for our salvation and for our strength. Which of course we're going to be tested and tried in those situations. With Yahawah does that we remain faithful. So with that, I hope that this lesson was edifying, and I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rawchaa, Qadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone who teach and rule well, and shalom to the sincere Akim, spreading truth and sincerity.